When I first got involved with the Natural History Trust, which was when I came to Ireland in 2004. So I came without a job and two youngish children, and I heard about the Natural History Trust straight away. And in fact, I think we had been in 1991 when I was pregnant with Lorna. We'd visited Ireland. It was my first time for visiting the island, and we'd sought out the Natural History Trust, and it was in the old buildings in Port Charlotte at the time, on the other side of the road from where it is now, and a bit further up the street towards Portnahaven. And yeah, that was our very first involvement in 1991. So it was just in its infancy there then. And when I moved to the island, sort of 13 years later, I just went into the Natural History Trust and asked Fiona if there were any jobs. And yeah, at first I just worked there on a Sunday. It was open quite a lot more than it is at the minute. And it was a case of welcoming people and yeah, cleaning, selling stuff. The shop was quite small at that time. And then, yeah, so it increased gradually. I got more involved. And then latterly, I was the manager there, and that was exciting, changing the water. And yeah, that's how I got involved. I was forthright.
Well, what kind of natural history did you look at? What were they looking at then?
Always, and we had the sea tanks, which was great. We got the touch table, with nests on and dog whelk eggs and not dog whelk eggs, whelk eggs, and also antlers and things. So there was all of that, but there was a lot of sea tanks. I remember there was the tank with the which Fiona had set up, which was brilliant, where you had the tidal tank, so you had water going in and out. So we got low tide represented and then high tide, which was really good. I never managed to replicate that, unfortunately. It was a Fiona idea that was just too brilliant for me. But we had the big sea tank. We got the fiberglass touch pool installed. Um, and that was great. There was starfish in and hermit crabs and crabs and a few like shanies and things. So there was quite a lot of focus on the marine life, but we had the displays with the birds and the butterflies. I did a big butterfly display in the lecture theatre because I really like butterflies. So we had that, and anything. We had an amazing library. I loved the library. And I loved when people came in and wanted to look something specific up. So you've got all the books out on the table, and it just felt so utilized then because it was such a brilliant library. And the kiddies came in, of course, and they'd got their special room that was painted during the time that I was there. And oh yeah, there was the play group, the Gaelic play group, I believe. At one time, they used to meet in the lecture theatre area. And we had the wormery and the bog tank. Yeah, anything that people were interested in, that huge whale, the minke whale on the skeleton as you walk in. Yeah, very fond memories of it.
Did you do walks and pond dipping and things like that as well?
Yeah, we did the pond dipping in George Jackson's pond, which was brilliant fun. And rock pooling and bug hunts and beach combing. We had these regular activities. I think family activities were twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. My favourite was the rock pooling. And then the nature rambles, they were a later idea. And that was great fun as well. They were on a Sunday, and just it varied how many people came along. And we went to Kintraw, Sanigmore, Ardnave. Where else did we go? I had sort of like routes. Sometimes we didn't manage the whole route because there was so much to see, and we just focused on anything And it was great fun if you'd got people, oh, Bunnahabhain we went to. It was great fun if you'd got people that were specialists themselves because they contributed and brought something more. You sort of enriched the whole time. I absolutely loved it. At Killinallen, oh, we did rock pool. Sandy Shores at Killinallen was amazing with the spider crabs, and um, that was safer. I have to say that was a bit safer than down at the rocks at Port Charlotte, where you were worried about the kiddies falling and grazing a knee or worse. Um, and yeah, it was brilliant. We did all sorts of things, and do you know what it was great was that it's very low tech, really low tech. None of this press this button and these amazing lights that light up and everything. It was yeah, maybe old fashioned, but it was very hands on, very personal, and it doesn't need to have all that high tech stuff to make it accessible to people. It really doesn't. What counts is a lot of enthusiasm, and and certainly I've got that, and the people that work there, Fiona's got oceans of it as well, and Lorna that worked there with me sometimes certainly would. It was just great. I miss it.
Did you see kids that came growing up with an interest in natural history?
Um, Now the right answer to that is yes. Lorna, my daughter, yes. Do I remember seeing people from year to year? Oh, not too much because although I was there from maybe altogether about 10 years,
Mm.
I can't, I'm sure they would have done. That's
Mhm.
and I think there are some children that were youngsters when I was there that now help out in the centre. So they've
Mhm.
kind of carried on with that interest. Um, yeah.
What was there a lot of locals or a lot of visitors or both that
The
came?
school sometimes came. Um, yeah, we had school visits. That was really good. Um, and yeah, it was a mixture. The visitors came as well, and there were mostly in the summer. It was youngsters,
Mm.
which was great. But also it was good when enthusiastic adults came along and were asking questions or were all excited because they'd seen something they wanted to show you the photo. I remember somebody once convinced it wasn't a wheatear on the phone, and it evidently was a wheatear. I wanted to make it into something really rare, but you just couldn't do it. And somebody else had seen a buzzard that they were, it was a golden eagle. And
Yes.
I just let them believe it was the golden eagle because it was kinder to do that.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah,
the buzzards are the tourist eagle, aren't they? That's what
yeah,
they say.
yeah. And of course you do get both species of eagle on Isla.
Mhm.
And we lent out the moth trap. We did moth trapping as well and butterfly fun days. We did a lot, and I'm sure a lot of those kiddies will have grown up and will be there at the celebration, I hope.